Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to the On the Mat Wrestling Show for SummerSlam Night 1, Saturday, August 1st, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. and the pre-show starts at 3 p.m. So we're going to have from 3 to about 10, 11 wrestling. Another AEW experience. All right, put it this way. But before we get to SummerSlam Night 1, I got all the matches. Since the last time I talked to you was in Montreal, AEW Redemption. What did you think of Montreal AEW?
Oh, I thought it was such a great show. I personally really enjoyed it, and I did enjoy the Doc Collar match that we were talking about that I said I was the most excited for. My one piece of feedback or a bone to pick, I guess, would be that I wish that the women's title match was the main. Now that, I incorrectly predicted that Willow wouldn't win, but she did. So it was such a feel good moment. And for the actual main with Kenny and Kevin Knight, like, I know we all knew that Kevin wasn't going to win necessarily. I know it did set up some other things that furthered the story with Will Ospreay, but I feel like we could have had the main event that actually had an unexpected outcome and had a really good, like, feel good moment to send people home after.
That's it. And Montreal crowd, of course, was great also. So everything, was whole hum with AEW. And by the way, just a side note, yesterday, Collision, usually Saturday, but because of WWE, Motor City Machine Guns popping up there. What did you think of Motor City Machine Guns? And I have breaking news on October 3rd, something, but what do you think of Motor City Machine Guns?
I'm happy. I feel like this is something that should have happened from the get go. And I've even said that on this show before that them going to WWE felt like a fever dream. Like it never felt like the right fit. It never felt like that's where they could realize their full potential. So I'm hoping for some amazing matches in AEW. And it's funny too because I was traveling yesterday and I didn't watch the show. And I was like, the one time I don't watch, we get Motor City Machine Guns, we get ICP, we get Rhino. It's like the memes about, oh, you missed class one time and suddenly the president of the United States is in your classroom. That's how I felt about missing Collision yesterday.
Okay, and one note here, and this was exclusively for Canadian fans. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, as you know, it's run by Scott Demore, and they are having a show at formerly Maple Leaf Gardens called the Manamy Center, and they did the unthinkable. This is kudos to somebody named President of Province Canada. I won't say who it is. Scott Demore, Megan Boys, but Edge. Yes, Edge will be appearing at Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling on October 3rd
Yes.
at formerly Maple Leaf Gardens, Manamy Athletic Center. And it's Northern Rising, October 3rd, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Edge is going to be an Edge, for those people who don't know, always, always wanted to wrestle at Maple Leaf Gardens, and he will. And I think he's going to make an announcement after that. But he will be wrestling at Maple Leaf Gardens, part of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, on Saturday, October 3rd. All right.
Yeah,
So
it's
that is
very
huge.
exciting. And we obviously don't know fully yet the extent of MLP's working relationship with AEW, but we do know that AEW just recently added a bunch of new promotions to their streaming platform, to myaew.com, and MLP is one of them. So I'm sure we will be seeing more talent exchange in the future also.
All right. And just a side note, I'm going to reveal night two when we do our night two a big, big return that has been confirmed by me. All right. And nobody else by me for SummerSlam. Now let's get to night one again. Saturday, night one, 6 p.m. The pre-show begins at 3 p.m. Since you're the lady, let's start with a 6-woman tag team match. The Bellas, Brie and Nikki Bella and Paige versus Fatal Influence.
I've mentioned also before in the show that the Bella Twins are from my generation of fandom, like when they were at their peak. This is when I was like a late teen and I was at the peak of my fandom of WWE also. So now I'm starting to understand people who pop for those nostalgic moments whenever legends appear, you know. I'm starting to understand what it feels like. So I'm definitely rooting for them. It's funny too because I just recently saw on Twitter, I think you probably did too, because that tweet went a little viral, where Luke Gallows posted a picture of his son and AJ Styles' son, Avery Styles, and someone commented like, "Yeah, this is what our parents or grandparents felt like when they saw Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, you know, start their wrestling and WWE journeys." So I definitely feel old lately, but I'm also definitely Team Bella Twins on this one.
And don't forget, now we're talking about Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. They're in their 40s now. So you were
Yeah.
mentioning you're 18 and holding. You're maybe 21 now. So like, but it's wrestling comes and with their superstars, and he was a superstar, Cowboy Bob Orton. Now Randy Orton's probably even bigger. It was Rocky Johnson, who was a big guy, but The Rock is even bigger than him, right?
Yeah.
But you look at the other way around. Rikishi, Roman Reigns.
Mhm.
Roman Reigns is bigger, so it's like it's crazy. It comes back to you wholeheartedly, and once you're part of the wrestling business, you are the business,
Yeah,
right? So
and that
that's
reminds me
it.
too, because I also just saw her post today because I feel like was it today or yesterday, like the anniversary of Roddy Piper's passing or his birthday or something like
Yes,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
5 days ago, like the 25th or something. Yeah.
yeah, so I saw Teal Piper's post, and it's just I'm not sure why WWE hasn't picked her up. Maybe she's not interested. That would be the
Well,
only.
she's doing power slapping, and I could get her to slap you if you want.
No, but she's been around for a while. She's been wrestling for a while, and she's incredible. And she has a
Yeah.
great look too. She's jacked out of her mind. So I really, wish we could see her in WWE. But maybe if that's not her wish, then I understand. But I'm not sure why
I,
they're not
I
going
like to see bring back a tag team with her and Ronda Rousey. That Ronda Rousey was always with Piper. You got his jacket and everything like that. But
Yeah, but also Ronda Rousey was kind of,
I know.
appropriating that. Like she doesn't really have much connection to that
That's
family.
right. All right, so we have another 6-man tag team match, and LA Knight. Yeah. All right. Solo Sokoa and Royce Keys versus Jacob Fatu and the Usos. So could this be Solo Sokoa turning specifically on Royce Keys or LA Knight?
It might be, and I feel like lately we've seen more Sol Sikoa as an independent character, right? We've seen a little more personality from him, so maybe this would be a stepping stone for him to show more of what he is like on his own and what he's like in his own decision making of his character, you know. So I would like to see that. Um, Still, a bit of a mixed. Feeling from that team specifically. So yeah, definitely it doesn't feel like it's gonna last. Also funny, I saw recently that every single T-shirt that LA Knight has had, like merch in the last months, years, has been yellow. So like, how many yellow shirts are they gonna give this
And
man?
notice it's yellow and red.
Yeah.
Who was yellow and red? And that's we
Maybe,
were
yeah,
talking.
maybe that's the analogy that they're trying to make, which is interesting.
Let me
Um,
tell you, if he gets 24-inch pythons, let me tell you something, brother. I don't know, but all right. So that goes the 6-man tags now, and I'm going to tell you right now, this match, the next match we're going to talk about, has the making of, I'm telling you, a sleeper. And people who haven't watched Nick Aldis, you're in for a treat. Nick Aldis was one of the best wrestlers, and versus Gunther. All right. So Gunther, Nick Aldis. Do I say who gets the win here?
I mean, I'm definitely a big fan of both, and specifically a big fan of Gunther more than anything. And you're right that it happens all the time where WWE crowds get a certain wrestler kind of more after the peak of their career, and they don't really get the extent of how great they were. I think that happened to a lot of people, and it happens also to Japanese wrestlers because they almost treat WWE as a retirement plan. So,
Yeah.
people like Kushida, who was in NXT briefly, like people don't realize how big and how great they were in Japan, for example. But I think yeah, like you said, it's sleeper definitely has the potential to be a great match. Definitely Gunther's, winning, that's for sure. But honestly, for me, and I haven't been watching WWE as consistently in the later years than as I have when I was younger, right? And it's something that almost comes naturally because whenever I watch it consistently and I have things to say about the product that I don't like, the overall response is always, well, then don't watch it. So I just kind of took that advice and I only watch it sporadically and I watch highlights and I watch some shows that I'm interested in. But Gunther is one of the not many people in WWE whom I will always watch. Like I always want to see the match. I always want to see what's happening. And I just feel like he has the top star energy and he's one of the not many people in WWE that I like really, really like.
And this, this match, and it's, we got a day left, but I'm gonna say this. What's interesting is, Gunther retired, John Cena retired, AJ Styles, and all that. But if this guy's gonna come back, Nick Aldis, shouldn't he already say this is like a retirement match or whatever? So it makes me wonder if Nick Aldis maybe wins this and he does not retire, and maybe somebody comes out and helps out Nick Aldis and all that. But if it was Gunther with his big retirement, they already should say, if I can't beat you, I should retire or whatever. So just keep in mind that one, okay? Keep in mind that one. But that match should be a great, great match. The next match is for the ladies' title. Liv Morgan, and I can't do her laugh because her laugh kills me. All right, Liv Morgan against Io Sky, who does the spin and all that. And I know if given time, and I think these guys are going to get time, or these ladies are going to get time, this should be another barn burner.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good match. I definitely think Io Sky could use that as her moment to shine, but I really don't think they're going to pull the trigger just yet. But as we said last time I was on here, Liv Morgan is definitely having a bit of a PR problem currently. But WWE has not cared about less. So I really don't think it's going to affect her in any way. And she's a top star. She's the face of the women's division, essentially, right now. So, yeah, but definitely going to be a great match. And like you said, if given the time, if given the pace and the approach, then, yeah, they could definitely kill it.
Another match here that I'm interested in watching. Hell in a Cell. Obafemi, Brock Lesnar. Obafemi getting the victory, then Brock Lesnar killing him. Now it's Hell in a Cell here. And Brock, we talked about retirement. Brock Lesnar everybody was talking, maybe he retires in Minnesota, his hometown, and all that. So far, no talk of this. Unless they're adding in the last 24 hours a retirement stipulation to Nick Aldis or to Brock Lesnar. It looks like they're not. How could Brock Lesnar retire? Even when they say he retires, he comes back after a year because they give him a lot of shekels, right? So there you go. Who you got in that?
One of those guys who, like, every match you think is going to be their retirement match, and it never is. This whole feud with Obafemi and Brock Lesnar gives me like heart palpitations. Like I'm so worried that they're gonna just do a WWE again and just have Brock Lesnar finally kill him, which I really hope they don't, because they have a future megastar in their hands. Like he's already a megastar, but he's going to be even bigger. Like it's so rare and it's so hard to be a natural babyface, especially when you're not an unserious, cheery character, especially when you have that presentation and that scope of being like the serious, like main inventor, powerhouse, everything. And people just so naturally like him and pick up on everything that he does. And I just really wish WWE doesn't ruin that, you know?
All right. So night one, main event for night one, and another should be an awesome match. It is for the undisputed WWE Championship, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. And honestly, I don't know who's going to win in this one. All I know is next night it's Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, and the winner faces off against the champion. So I don't think Sami Zayn's going to win, but I'll talk about that when we do our night 2 there. But who are you calling in this one? Because this is, for me, a coin toss.
Yeah, I honestly was going to say the same thing. Like, it could go either way. And people are speculating a lot that maybe an interference, maybe a return, maybe a debut, maybe something will give that tip to that match to like tip over to one side or the other. I haven't seen people speculating that Wyatt Six are coming back to help one of them, which obviously is not going to happen. But I honestly don't know. Honestly, it could go either way.
So you're not picking that one.
I can't. No, I can't take that responsibility.
All right. So we'll be back for night 2 in a couple seconds. But Xenia did that. She does everything. Tell everybody how they can reach a hold of you, and tell everybody, maybe give a sneak peek on what you have planned in the next little while.
Yes, you can find me at Zane Did That on all socials, on YouTube, on Instagram, on X. And if you're a wrestling fan, you will find interviews with wrestlers. You will find fun short form content with wrestlers, also show coverage, product highlights, all kinds of things that we wrestling fans like. And if you are a wrestling professional, I also do a media education course that will help you finally bring a sturdy strategy into your media appearance and into your media presence and footprint, and that will help you monetize your social media presence as well. So if you are interested in that, you can tap the link in my bio and see more information, or you could just contact me directly through DM or email and schedule a discovery call. The discovery call is always free, where we just align the goals and they tell you how I can help you. So we are in the age where everything new media is just booming and developing, and that window of opportunity is open wide as ever, and it's not going to be for long. So it is time. And if you feel like it is time, get in touch with me and let's do it together.
All right, that's Xenia Did That, and Xenia and I will be previewing night 2 of SummerSlam in just a few seconds. Thanks a lot, Xenia.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.